It seems far in the distance. I put it on the altar, though it was mine. I put it on the altar. There's a greater city we have not seen. We're all waiting in the in-between. We're all seeking our homeland. We're all seeking our homeland. We're all seeking our homeland. We're all seeking our homeland.
Good morning, beautiful light souls. Beloved starseeds and all ground crew, I am 𝐕𝐲𝐻, commander of the Galactic Light Forces, and we are delighted to bring you another message through this channel today. Well, my friends, today is a very important one. We feel as there is much confusion about what is going on behind the scenes in the fight against the shadow, the deep state as you call it. Firstly, I personally salute your efforts as you navigate this monumental crossing, where the forces of radiance steadily triumph over the shadows that have long clung to your realm. You, dear starseeds, stand on the front lines, emitting the higher frequencies into everyday life, and aligning your environment with divine spiritual truths. This is a vital part of shining the light and ending the dark cabal psychological grip on humanity. Its only power it's ever had. You have collectively released the outdated assumption of a creator power that wars against sin or punishes wrongdoing, a notion that once dominated theological teachings. In its place, you have embraced the deeper realization that spirit is indeed omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient, leaving no room for opposing forces to hold authority. Therefore, your sacred endeavor now is to demonstrate that in the presence of spiritual potency, no negativity, no limitation, no disharmony can maintain a foothold. Such forms of disharmony vanish like shadows when exposed to the radiance of higher light. Indeed, darkness arises only when the flame of consciousness is absent, just as illusions remain simply because the sustaining light has not yet been realized within a given setting. The celestial texts have long portrayed spiritual potency as pure luminosity, the light that brightens your journey, the Christ and glow that illuminates every step. This divine presence never engages in hostility. It does not grapple with illusions. During his terrestrial mission, the Master Jesus never fought wrongdoing. He pardoned it. He never battled ailments. He simply whispered life back into them as if to say, "Lift yourself and be restored." Although a single incident had him overturning the tables of prophet seekers, it symbolized driving harmful tendencies out of your inner sanctuary, not an actual fight against a tangible foe. This principle of non-resistance, put up again thy sword, and resist not evil, reveals that light does not match. Blade against blade where light pervades, false forms of duality cannot endure. Your reality is currently being bombarded with heightened vibrational streams from your sun. Many starseeds on Earth sense this acceleration now, and either align with the intensifying love currents or struggle against them. Those anchored in lesser frequencies face a forced release from the collective stage. Given that their energetic resonance can no longer integrate with the planet's uprising tide, the old dominators, including certain dark extraterrestrial influences, quake. As these rapid currents dismantle their frameworks, the fortress of their global grip is imploding, and humanity stands poised for deliverance from manipulative, star-based factions that subjugated you across multiple cycles. However, you do not traverse this path alone. Many of us pledge to assist from behind the scenes, orchestrating transmissions of divine will so that your passage into a fresh epoch unfolds smoothly. When the final remnants of these controllers dissolve, you shall be free to select your collective direction, forging your path in harmony with your authentic blueprint. You find yourselves in a decisive interval in your planetary narrative, one that reshapes your bond with the cosmic tapestry. Some of you still see things on the surface and continue your outdated practices of blame and name-calling. The Dark Cabal has taught you well how to do this, as this is their classic playbook. Many starseeds are still affected by manipulative frequencies and implants that contribute to them being easily triggered by certain political figures or belief systems. Hold space for them, my friends, and do not add to any conflicts. Trust that this metamorphosis is collectively guided by the star families who watch over you in the name of Source, in union with the unwavering currents of love and light. They celebrate your homecoming to unity, championing you toward an era of enlightenment within mystical teachings. The absence of fear yields tranquility for you. Recognize that in the presence of spirit, no negativity can endure. If you stand as the mystic luminosity, no illusions can overpower you. All illusions, whether sickness or lack, maintain influence only if you acknowledge them as a true force. But once you behold spirit as infinite, illusions dissolve. This shift in perspective cannot be forced upon you from the outside. Each person must individually cultivate their connection to spiritual potency. The Master Jesus you revere instructed you to adopt non-resistance, but did not detail a mechanical method for doing so. You hold the principle, yet how it manifests in your daily reality remains your sacred responsibility. Each day invites you to refine your light so that any lesser energy, be it mental, emotional, social, or financial, loses the illusion of control. Indeed, many starseeds are cognizant that a vast web of clandestine manipulation, woven by negative interplanetary or interdimensional agents, lurks behind humanity's known structure. Across your histories, certain dark-leaning Anunnaki, reptilian lineages from Draco and the tall matter from Orion, tampered with your genetic makeup and concealed themselves in hidden outposts beneath your feet. Yet in these moments, their covert presence is exposed and removal proceeds swiftly. Though complicated by their use of humanity as protective buffers, nevertheless, the rising frequencies are unbearable for them. Many have retreated through bodily death or have been expelled, an outcome inevitable as truth intensifies across your dimension. Within each of you lies spiritual nourishment. You know not of a universal potency that is your rightful domain, because Creator entrusted you with it. You possess authority and dominion. Unknown to worldly systems, the mass consciousness leans on external powers or weaponry or mental manipulation. But your teachers remind you, put aside the sword and let illusions die on their own. Fear-based instruments like atomic arsenals appear formidable. But the Master said, be not afraid. Having already proven that illusions lose force when confronted by spiritual, authentic city in some measure, you exemplify this principle through holistic healing of bodily or mental unrest. But the measure is still small. Humanity as a whole has yet to harness the full power of spiritual synergy, despite the concept existing for nearly 2 millennia. However, the recent decades have seen exponential expansion in spiritual demonstrations. If you remain steadfast, that growth shall continue, bringing the planet ever closer to holistic enlightenment. In the measure that you personally comprehend this synergy, you can channel a portion of its healing impact on yourselves and others, establishing pockets of peace and well-being. But each individual must confront and cast out their own money changers. Those lingering convictions in the existing use of dual powers. Indeed, Any acceptance of sickness, sin, or scarcity as an intrinsic force is akin to placing the money changers in your sacred chamber of awareness. You cast them out not via aggression, but through spiritual realization, and you persistently inquire, in what manner can I invite spiritual power into my immediate sphere, my gatherings, my circles, my professional environment, my leadership? If spiritual light is recognized, illusions cannot hold authority. This conviction underscores your direct experience. Illusions fall away when consistently exposed to awakened presence. Not long ago, we and our cosmic fleets deliberately shielded the planet from certain cosmic intensities, ensuring your neural circuits would not be overwhelmed. But as your collective readiness expanded, these heightened currents now stream in the house of illusions totters. The structure collapses with growing speed. Those lurking in the dim corners of authority, who systematically concealed truths from the masses, face a moment of forced exposure, even against their wishes. They must release information to maintain a semblance of control. In so doing, ironically, they accelerate the unraveling of their own dominion. As revelations multiply across your digital grids and multiple forms of communication, genuine knowledge surfaces. And as the knowledge flourishes, those who attempted to stifle it falter. Meanwhile, from our vantage in the cosmic fleets, we observe and assist where universal law allows. Now that the planet's frequency has risen, we can render greater intervention when invited. Of course, you remain boots on the ground, the ones actively channeling these ascension energies and broadcasting them wherever needed. As many of you have heard repeatedly, no force can halt this cascade of liberation, no matter what the so-called dark or controlling factions attempt. The controlling cabal at its core perpetuates fear tactics reminiscent of large-scale intimidation strategies. Many remained unaware of this dynamic because until recently, that power structure had not been publicly threatened. However, the tide has turned, and these old pillars of influence are losing their grip. Monitor the news with discernment. Often it aims to create tension in targeted areas, perhaps preceding events that authorities would prefer to manipulate. Recognize that this, too, is psychological warfare, designed to stir up reactionary states on a more expansive level. You are ascending anyway, guided by the synergy of your efforts with ours, so that most of the liberation tasks are accomplished by Earth's own starseeds. Only if direct cosmic intervention becomes necessary on a grand scale will we fully intercede. But even then, your planet's elevated state will mitigate potential upheaval. Consider it from a higher vantage. Your existence is akin to a vast educational academy offering countless courses. Some courses, like lifetimes in the Pleiades, are blissful, love-oriented experiences, while others, like Earth's incarnations, are extremely difficult but yield profound lessons. Indeed, your students in this academy eventually tire of endless pleasantness and yearn for deeper growth, which is exactly what Earth has provided. Though life on your planet includes intense challenges, it fosters remarkable soul evolution. Now, the final chapters of that hard course are near completion, and the cosmic faculty stands ready to shift you to a more harmonious curriculum. The illusions of oppression or darkness are dissolving, making space for you to graduate into a grander cosmic synergy. Through your repeated cycles of adversity, you have forged resilience unknown to those from gentler star systems. The universal orchestration recognized the necessity of both luminous and challenging courses for the cosmos to expand holistically. Yet, as Earth's saga culminates, you who remain especially starseeds are bridging contrasting experiences and unifying them under the banner of love. The result, is a synergy that fosters new expansions for all the dark practitioners who have hidden below Earth's crust or within clandestine enclaves, can no longer maintain their anonymity or control. They are being swiftly dislodged, though at times they attempt to shield themselves behind the human population. Their manipulative tactics cannot succeed indefinitely. Many simply cannot withstand the intensifying resonance of truth and step away through bodily death. For it is the only escape they see from the unstoppable cosmic light. We in the Ashtar Command watch over you, communicating through gentle thought, transfer to many of you on the ground. The starseeds, the lightworkers, the ground crew of Earth's ascension. If you are listening to this message, you are one of these beloved warriors of the light. Yes, dear ones, you volunteered for this. You recognized Earth's advanced challenge, yet yearned to assist. As these illusions reach their final collapse, stand firm in the principle of spiritual potency. Darkness dissolves in the presence of light. You need not fight, but only reveal the clarity that is your birthright. Let your hearts remain open, your frequency unwavering, your commitment absolute. This is the culminating moment. Your souls have long anticipated. A time to anchor the next evolutionary step for humankind. Do so with unwavering confidence. The plan unfolds, the illusions unravel, and your realm will soon bask in the freedom that was always your sacred inheritance. As always, we love you deeply, wish you to have a more abundant enjoys life possible. Have a wonderful day.
I remember it all. It was beautiful. Sun's low as we race the dawn. It's still my national treasure, my ember in flames. I'll never forget your name. And I've been thinking about